Hey guys, Beast Force here and welcome back to my Phineas and Ferb breakdown. As we're going to break down 2 episodes of The Blackout and What Did I Miss, which will be the last two 11-minute episodes of Phineas and Ferb in Season 3. While the next episode will be the last of Season 3 of This Is Your Backstory, which focuses around Doofus Spence's flashback of where it led to here and now. After This Is Your Backstory, I will be doing Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. And it will be the full breakdown of the movie, which will be discussed and talked about, and I can't wait to be very excited when I get to there. Overall, let's just finish off Season 3 once and for all. If this is your first breakdown and you Houston Hall will have the rating system, there's a detailed description down below, along with my other videos, which also has the link of the description down below in my playlist. Gilbert and Kaz were an episode called Blackout, which is premiered on November the 30th, 2012 on Disney Channel US. And also, if you're watching this in area order, this is actually the last episode of Season 3. Also, this is the last time that Jay Lender will ever direct a Phineas and Ferb episode, as he's gone on to do something else. And he also was part of the SpongeBob team along with Dan Proverma. Thank you for your contribution for participating in this show. When Doofus plans to give himself big sad eyes so people will pity him, his enabler to do just that uses so much power that the entire town's light supplies go out. As for Phineas Ferb and the gang, they build an unseen invention to take advantage of the blackout while Candace tries to figure out what it is. This is actually the 4th episode to remain at the night in the entire time, the latest one being When the Worlds Collide, while 3 of them being in Season 3, while Candace Busted was in Season 2.
App I have ever invented! Guy out!
It could be a fake skeleton or just Doofus put him in there to die. And if he did, then, oh my word, he is truly evil.
Have to buy a new plastic skeleton.
And he didn't kill, so he's not truly evil. He's actually evil.
Pity too many times before it stops sounding like a word. Pity. Pity.
Let me say P 5 times before 5 seconds. P.
See, I'm not even to the last. Pity me, yeah, guys. People would pity me.
And that is what he's gonna do in this episode, to have big sad eyes so that Roger Doofus can feel sympathy with him so that he can take over mayor.
Oh, the big sad ionator! Just so I'm running it at night when the electricity's cheaper.
Don't worry about a thing, Mom.
Long since your father and I had a date night.
And that will be the 3rd time they're gonna have a date night, even though we won't see it because of the blackout. I think this since Wes Perry Part 2, the previous breakdown I did, and Shea Platypus, and 2 episodes falls around Platypus with the tire, but not in this episode.
I've got an app on my phone.
Just like that, Lawrence has a smartphone, and Candace will get a smartphone in Season 4, but we'll find out when we get there. And also, this is the first time that Linda's in Lawrence's car.
Parents are weird.
Yes, they are.
When you see your parents being weird, including us at times, for real, yes.
I told you to come a lot of juice.
Do for her and they are causing power outage? Where do we heard that before?
Thanks, Candace. Ferb and I'll check the fuse box.
Do you have like a backup generator that you can build so that the house can work again?
People's eyes and... Ferb? Oh, you prankster.
There was an interview with Jess Swampy Marsh and Dan Power talking about this episode, but I just can't find it anywhere. Or I'm just tripping, I don't know.
Aha! Darn!
This is just really saving the animation budget for Season 4. Season 4 was actually renewed in August the 25th, 2011 after the Second Dimension movie came out, so it makes a lot of sense to save the budget for there.
Who leaves a chair right next to a table?
Well, where can you place chairs anywhere? Only in the living room?
What you doing? Your voice sounds horrible.
It's Buford, look at his eyes, but they will know suddenly.
Me, Buford!
Hey, Phineas. What you doing?
Even in the blackout, you can still see Isabella's bowl right there.
Best blackout ever.
Buford, your voice is so raspy. Paper and a washboard had a baby.
Well, Buford's voice has been more raspy in Season 5 than this season, but he is raspy here.
Hold it right there.
When Ferb lights the torch fire, you get to see him, just like Candace earlier.
My left eye or my right eye?
Oh no.
He does actually have a green eyes, but it's not the ball pit kid, but it makes me feel like it is him.
See what Phineas and Ferb are making?
What do I think I hate about the most? Traffic. Look at all the cars right there. There's a lot of them.
Remember, were you always this sarcastic?
Shh.
And this is the 6th time that Candace loses her phone. If you want to count 7 in the Chronicle Meatless in Seattle, then yeah, for breaking her phone to stop Mitch. So that's another phone you lost, and Linda's going to have to pay more money for that.
You have always been this sarcastic.
You betcha, Ducky.
The last time Lawrence said Ducky was in Ladies and Gentlemen Max Moldham in Season 2.
Everyone to see. Where's Perry?
I love that the whole scene is a blackout as you can't see anything in there, even though what we see.
But my pitiful eyes!
Sad, lugubrious eyes elicit compassion and mercy.
Everyone's gonna fall for that with Doofus' eyes except Perry the Platypus, even though he's like, nah.
You can, 'cause you're heartless.
See, Perry's not falling for that, and you call him heartless? Remember the times he saved your ass a couple of times?
These babies out, and you're coming with me. It's a good thing I put wheels.
Perry the Platypus will actually escape eventually towards the end.
Power Transformer is online!
Buddy, thanks for pedaling, buddy.
While Baljeet is peddling, you get to hear the soundtrack for Gaming of the System in Season 2.
And you're not gonna.
Now where is it?
And now Candace uses the torch and she can see that Phineas and Ferb actually build something. Well, she's always right about anything that Phineas and Ferb built. It's her busting senses is always tinkling.
That's just the crane.
Kind of wooden railing.
This is just very unsettling. Thank goodness it's only for one episode where you can only see the eyes, but it's just pretty unsettling to see, which is kind of odd.
That's Perry's favorite spot. They're hard to put into words.
Just wait until we get to the song, then we'll see what Phineas and Ferb are building.
This helmet. And this mouth guard's lead apron.
Once we do get to actually see it, it would actually make sense. But in the blackout, it actually makes no sense. But look at it going anywhere. It's just, with just the eyes, it's just kind of unsettling. The song is cool, What Is This Thing? Sung by Fee Waybill, who does a lot of songs in his whole career. And Candace being stretched into greatness, which is very similar to the Car Wash song. The machine makes it so trippy. Look at the eyes forming difference. It looks wow. Poor Candace. If I got stretched like that, that would have been way more painful. The song makes it, it's called What Is This Thing? But it didn't catch the feel with the vibe of it. The singer mentioned about Car Wash, which was in the episode of Season 2. Poor Candace. This happened in the last time, was it when Sipping with the Enemy, where Candace was trapped of a magic thing. This song is so mindfuck. Look at this. Candace is just, oh.
I think I swallowed the mouth guard.
I really like how you can see the silhouettes of the building as you can just see it.
Me? Oh, you look so sad.
That's Dan Potherman. He's talking to himself at this point.
Here, take this. There. You poor, poor thing.
Do you feel that having big sad eyes while no one's looking at the night is actually starting to work, as we're going to see more?
Tell me to help. Let me contribute.
And that is a different person, and he's voiced by Malik Pancholi, the voice of Baljeet.
Eyes bring out my mercy.
They are just giving free stuff to do for her, and also it's voiced by Caroline Lane, the voice of Linda.
All I have.
Please take this. Here, have my wallet.
And that's the 4th time we heard My Waterman since the worlds collide.
Pity on me and make me mad.
And that's what he said earlier, and he said he could use that to take over the Tri-State Era, and that could work during the night.
Thank goodness your wrist communicator is still working, Agent P.
Luckily it didn't affect his wristwatcher or other gadgets. Maybe like an whole EMP could disrupt anything with the communicator and stuff, but he can still see Major Monogram's eyes. He'll probably project it as a hologram right now.
Anvil power plant.
The burrito in the center is still totally frozen.
Carl, is that you?
Perry the Platypus's new objective is to go to find the Danville power plant just to turn everything back on to which Doofus caused the damage earlier. That is a nice way to change it.
Mom, Dad, your whole thing in the tear down this fence.
And that's a reference to the Berlin Wall. I really like how you can see the shadow at the back at Candace. I am a real sucker for shadow, but the only thing that good in the good parts of this episode is the machine and this shadow part, which is done very well. The rest, not quite a fan of this episode of the Blackout, but it does it very well in certain areas, and I'm a sucker for that. As Laura's car's light turns down, you get to see it's back to the Blackout again.
Okay, it's Perry, the platypus.
I know Doofus said where's Perry before, but this is rarely we hear him say that, but this is actually a coincidence.
That big red switch over there?
You guys have that light thing in your helmet. Why couldn't you use that to find the switch? You guys are so dumb. How can you have a PhD and be smart and not know this? This is like, wow.
You're right, Ferb. We're cooler even in the dark. You guys on jetpacks came by and...
The same jetpacks that we actually saw when they confronted Doofus with the big sad eyes in the Blackout, and now they took Phineas and Ferb's machine. I really like how you can see City Hall at the night. Look at the lights. I really love the building. It looks purple as the moon is there. It looks so good. As we're going to see more dynamic backgrounds in season 4 with the buildings and stuff with the shadow overlaying it.
These big sad eyes.
Look at Doofus having that big sad eyes. He looks kind of freaky in that show. I'm thinking, wow.
They're kind of freaking me out.
Well, he said freaking me out. He said it kind of freaked me out, which I said earlier, which is actually makes sense.
This is my mouth guard.
And that's a callback to Candace said earlier when she sold her mouth guard. Doofus hasn't heard that before, and that won't be the last time when we get to Night of the Living Pharmacist. First of the last 11-minute episode with the ratings. The plot will get a 2 though. It may not be the strongest plot and may not be the weakest, but I really like the idea of having a Blackout with both plots for affecting it, which included Doofus trying to make a big sad eyes, which is a native cause it to go a Blackout, while Phineas and Ferb create a machine along with the gang, while Candace trying to figure out what it is, and it turned out to be a machine, while Doofus was getting free gifts while he tried to become the mayor by looking at the big sad eyes, but Bender Power find a way to turn it back to normal, as the machine was disintegrated to the jetpack squad, which landed on Doofus' words. Characterization will get 5. I really like both plot, even though it may not be the strongest. I really like Doofus trying to use his big sad eyes as everyone was giving gifts to him, and Perry the Platypus did his job of stopping by turning the power on. I really like how Phineas and Ferb and the gang create a machine that could do what it is in the Blackout, while Candace is struggling through the dark while she lost her phone, the torch was broken and everything, and Candace was getting stretched again since the car wash. But as well as Lawrence and Linda, they were very nice, even though the traffic stopped them from going on a date night, even though they tried to see what the invention's done but failed. And it's good to see Roger in the end, even though he's not convinced that Doofus, his brother, having the big sad eyes will take over the mayor and the Jetpack Squad, even though we don't get to see him again. Visuals has a lot of moments in this episode, but I'm going to have to give it a 2. I did really enjoy the show where Candace was getting stretched in the machine, which is very good, and the torch and the lighting of the shadow reflecting stuff, which is cool, but other than that, it does get repetitive fast with the Blackout throughout the 11 minute of this episode, which can be jarring, but overall, there are some good visuals there, but not the weakest so far. I think it's just to save on the animation budget for season 4, which we already renewed for a long time. Importance is a 2 and entertainment is a 5. 16 out of 25. That is the lowest score I did for a while since the Mama Tractor and Where's Perry Part 2, which I know it's very underwhelming. It had some good moments with the song, the gags and the jokes and a lot of things happening, but the visuals makes it so weak, which is the reason why it gets a 16 out of 25. If you're watching this in airing order and this is the last episode, you're going to be very disappointed and that has to end. Just like Candace getting busted, but I think I prefer this Candace getting busted more than Blackout because of the animation put into it. But overall, this is why I'm glad I'm watching it in the production order, and this is your backstory, which is for me the proper finale, because this doesn't make any sense because To end it like this, it kind of is jarring to me, but we still got one more 11-minute episode to go. And to complete the 11-minute episode of Season 3 of Phineas and Ferb called What Did I Miss? Written by Aliki Theophilopoulos and John Maffott. Premiered on September the 17th, 2012 on Disney XD US. Haven't been saying that for a while. When Ferb returns from debate camp earlier wondering the project he missed, Phineas and the gang tell him the story of yesterday's project, training domestic squirrels to live in the wild. Meanwhile, Dr. Doolittle tells Perry what happened to his last scheme the day before.
So I thought she said cranium.
Looks like we're going to start episode with Phineas and the gang eating muffins.
First part, and then you'll have a whole joke.
Hey, Ferb.
What you doing?
We finished earlier than expected.
Ferb is dressed similar to what he's wearing in the suit in Agent T for T, but he wears a different colour than that, with the jumper with purple and a different type of suit.
To win it, dog.
Look at Perry the Platypus in debate camp. He's like, what am I doing here? I could have gone fighting with Doofus, but okay.
Training nuts from yesterday.
Training nuts. Okay, what did I miss?
And that is the title of this episode. What did I miss?
Up early to help.
My surf patch.
Well, it could be the reason why is because Phineas used to do surfing in Lone Known Beach Power of Terror.
Stop narrating. My schedule's wide open.
Tried to get the framework front face Phineas, but no avail. But at least we got the back face this time.
Your favorite, we'll design your board to look just like it.
It has Buford, Baljeet, Phineas and Ferb, and Isabella with the Fireside Girl patch, and with Buford with the skull. Everything else is designed like the characters.
A squirrel could surf on them.
Right next to a box of scorpions.
What's Mercy and Rock, paper, scissors?
Would a piece of paper ever beat a rock?
Because paper can cover the rocks, silly.
Appear to have been domesticated. It is a nut.
No squirrel skills.
Well, ask Candace how she feels about squirrels.
Oh, that's right. He went to debate camp today.
Well, to put it that way, Baljeet could do a good impression of Ferb. And while he's not here, Baljeet did go on to cosplay as Phineas, while Buford go on to cosplay as Ferb in Not Phineas and Ferb. Hey, there we go. There's a front face Phineas. Another one.
Where's Perry now? Where's Perry? Hey, where's Perry now?
You're really doing this on purpose just to up and out the counter. And look at that, 2 front face Phineas in 2 frames.
Of our existence, there's never been a greater threat.
Peaches.
And Major Monogram mentioned about Peach. Remember that set off to the future where in the episode called Missing Milo where it became a Peach paradox.
But where did I get it?
From me.
Yes, but who get it?
Someone threw it at you earlier.
But
And also, just about React Tuna, who does reaction video, uploaded a new video called Missing Milo as he just did the reaction video. I recommend you go watch his.
Peaches in Danville lately.
Know what it is that you've got planned today.
Yesterday.
Except for the Ferb part.
This is like a reenactor, but it's like talking to a mirror. Like you're repeating the same thing from yesterday, or a month ago, or a year.
Like a confession? We have mom and she can hear everything.
She would believe it, but how many times that Candace tried to get her mom, many times to try and bust her, we all know how that went. Another one. He trapped her with so many things, but he trapped her in the sand. Surely Perry the Platypus could get out of here, right? Or he's just like, want to hear the story of it.
dealing with that guy they sent instead of you.
I thought that British kid was persuasive.
Such a shame that Perry the Platypus doesn't do that chattery sound.
You were flashing back just now. I couldn't see it. And bake. With an oven.
We will talk about Doofus and Perry. As I check in the background, Clyde and Betty Jo are here too. So, what are they doing here?
Peach cobbler and ate that of myself.
It's weird to see Vanessa wearing a different clothes as she's wearing a bikini, but the other time she wore other clothes was it with Candace clothes swap in Hail Defenia, but that's the other point. I do prefer After Hours, but yesterday's a good thing as well. And Doofus vs. Basement is funny.
It was actually unexpected.
It's Agent Rhino, aka Agent R, and he'll probably be recruited after Wes Perry Part 2 as he's wearing a hat. So Perry's recruitment has led to other replacement, but what about Sergey the Snail? Where is he? Last time he fought Doofenshmirtz when Perry was absent in Perry the Octopus, but not here, which is strange.
A beauty contest that we're pontificating here.
I like how the Rhino moves past it as Doofenshmirtz trying to explain his plan about Roger once again.
Officiating at an everyone's a winner beauty pageant.
Hated squirrels, paper doilies, and those containers.
And you thought Phineas and Ferb mentioned about squirrels earlier, well, Doofenshmirtz mentioned about squirrels too. What is with the obsession with squirrels in this episode?
By a leaky faucet in the kitchen. A leaky faucetinator of water. And hey, where'd you go?
The Agent R is eating trash from the bin. It's like, oh, that is disgusting. It's not as bad as the other platypus in Misperceived Monetary when he was just messing around everywhere. Candace is very sure as a teenager to carry her mom as she pulls her up like that. That is very cool.
Full disclosure.
Okay.
I really like how Candace moves her arms and Linda turning her face there. It's very similar to Submarine Sandwich Submarine where Isabella Buford moving, posing, and the movement there. This is very underrated.
Then domesticated.
The song is called Be a Squirrel as Phineas, Buford, Baljeet, and Isabel help the squirrel to be in the wild again. And that's the only song that Marshall Richards actually singing in Phineas and Ferb. And he's also very styled to Mulan. The squirrels trying the hard as they can. We see Baljeet wearing the lab coat telling the squirrels that not eating his hard shell inside the acorn.
But for now.
Isabella using her eyes as this is the second time she used that in Isabella and the Temple Sap, which is in season 2. Was it when she pleads for the person for the Locarachi? The squirrels are getting better after going to the wild again. And they can dance too? Impressive.
Because you have layers.
Well, that is a good reason to come up with it.
We arrived just in time for the swim.
Oh, there's a Ducky Robo swimsuit. I wonder if Candace used them one time. I don't remember.
No! Shoo, get out of here! Go, hey, what do you eat?
It reminds me of Lord of the Fireside when the bird actually messed around with it. Well, Doofenshmirtz was going to renew his evil license and the bird actually came back, which causes the Fireside Girl to incorporate.
You escape! Now attack! Start thwarting! No!
I like how Doofenshmirtz free Agent R, but he doesn't really give a shit. You could have just sent Sergey the snail. Agent R is causing Doofenshmirtz to spin along with him as well.
Let's go, Mom. You gotta see this.
And they're learning how to surf. The squirrels have got everything. Buford and the gang have trained them very well. Well, you can't escape the wrath of Front Face Phineas. And that's the second time that Buford was crying since Wizard of Oz. Or Let's Bounce when he puts it on Baljeet's tear.
I get a rabies shot.
Now we know that Buford has rabies.
Foods are talent competition.
He is riding a rhino just like a rodeo rides on it.
In it to win it, dog.
And what is the dog doing there? And this guy is talking to a dog, which is interesting.
Pretty princess. Ever won anything?
That statement is incorrect. We've seen that in the past ever. You have won something, which I'll check.
Baking peach cobbler, so I invented...
I want peach cobbler more than anything else in the world.
I haven't told you that early, but peach cobbler, and it's a dessert consisting of fruit filling powder of large baking dish. I would love to eat that.
Peach cobbler as the winner.
Perry the Platypus didn't need to get out of the trap to stop Doofenshmirtz and Nathan, but the sand did.
On poor planning skills.
At least you're taking accountability of your own poor planning skills, and since season 1. Doofenshmirtz had so many bad lucks in the past couple of days. His innate has been foiled by Agent R, his peach cobbler innate has been destroyed, his oven has been destroyed, and now he's been crushed. Anything can go wrong, will go wrong. Did I reference Milo Murphy's Law?
You kids trained poor, abandoned little squirrels. So proud of you.
And that's the second time that Linda approves Phineas and Ferb's invention since an interview with the platypus in season 2. But this is not really bustable either. It's just that it makes sense, but I don't think training squirrels is bustable. So it has every right to say that.
Peach cobbler.
I heard you the first time, honey.
Time to rate the last 11-minute episode of the production order of Phineas and Ferb. The plot will get a 2. To be honest, I'm not a fan of both plots, but I really like the flashback of Phineas and the gang trying to create squirrels to live in the wild while Ferb was away at camp. So as Perry the Platypus do with Agent R annoying Doofus while he's trying to stop Roger with his swimsuit thing, whatever, and they both end up failing. I mean, one of them end up succeeding, which is Phineas and Ferb and the guy with the school. Well, what Doofus failed, but he actually won. Well, in the present day, Doofus tried to use a peach cobbler, which his oven got fried and it failed. Overall, I really like the storytelling of Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and the guy telling Ferb about what they did yesterday, which is interesting. Overall, not a fan of both plots, which is not interesting to me, but overall, it's very, very unique. Characterization will get a 5. Everyone's on point in this episode, which Phineas, Ferb, and the gang using their techniques and skills to make the squirrels live in the wild, which is very sweet, as well as Doofus being the same as usual, but to Agent R this time, and Roger Doofus being the same again. I really like how Candace trying to boss Phineas and Ferb for thinking that they create squirrel, but Linda actually approves, as it turned out to be. Everyone else is on point. Visuals is a 4. There's a lot of good visuals to this episode, like the rhino, training with the squirrels, the song, and a lot of things that happen in the story, which is very good. But it's another slow-paced episode, but this is done very well. But not spectacular, but it's still alright. Importance is a 2, and entertainment will end with the 11-minute episode with a 5. 18 out of 25. Again, not a bad score, but it's better than the last previous episode. But it had more with the animation to do with it, and a lot of things riding on plot A and plot B. It may not be as interesting, but at least we had like something there. In Blackout, the voice actress for Ashley Tisdale actually did behind the scenes of her doing voice acting for this episode.
Get all technical on me. Just fix it.
Oh, you prankster.
Oh, okay, that's a stapler. Ow! Scissors. What is this? An old banana? Ew! What happened to all the flashlights?
Excellent. You don't get people saying that very often.
Get all technical on me. Just fix it.
Oh, you prankster.
Oh, okay, that's a stapler. Ow! Scissors. And what is this? An old banana? Ew! What happened to all the flashlights?
Excellent. We got it.
Yay!
And she did record that line again just to make sure she gets that energy feel for that. That happened to many voice actors when they're in the recording booth. While Doofus used the Anita to smash on Roger Doofenshmirtz, which is named after Eliki Theophilopoulos, the storyboard writer of Phineas and Ferb. And also in the same episode, I didn't recognize it at first, but when I look back at it, Candace's head looks bigger in the second frame instead of the first frame when Candace approached Phineas and Ferb and the gang. As I officially done with 2 last 11-minute episodes of Phineas and Ferb, the next episode will focus around Doofus of his backstory of the past and where it leads to here now. I will be doing the charts after I finish the ratings, which compares to season 1 to season 2 to season 3 with the plot, visuals, characterization, importance and entertainment for where it leads to now. Also, I will be doing the movie in the future as well after that episode, which won't count because it's only a movie, but it will still count for the ratings after I finish it. I also did a poll. Do you think Where's Perry Part 1, Part 2 should be a 40-minute special instead of a 2-parter? Well, 10% said maybe, I don't mind waiting for weeks, while 7% said no, I'd rather have a 2-parter, whilst 83 overwhelmingly said yes, instead of waiting for a part 2, and I agree. I think it would have been better if it was part 1 and part 2 merging together as a special like Summer Belongs to You and Christmas Vacation. That would actually make it sense. I know it would have been better than the previous episode, but at least it will be something to go forward. I'm gonna do another poll, but this time it will be something to think about. Which Phineas and Ferb crossover in Disney with other shows airing at that time should have been with. Let me know in the community tab when it goes live, and until then, hope you have a fantastic day. As always, see ya.